Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back to watch another episode of Star Wars The Bad Batch. Technically, this is 2 episodes, but the first one is called The Clone Conspiracy, and the second one is called Truth and Consequences. So I think since these are dropping together, it's not going to be like those one-off episodes that have been happening over the last 3. So last one was about Gungi, if you pronounce it that way, and the Bad Batch helping him get home to Kashyyyk. I enjoyed it, had a lot of fun. It was a kind of filler, but I think it not necessarily filler because it goes a long way towards developing, a character of Omega and the rest of the Bad Batch. So I wouldn't call him filler, but on the surface, not a lot of lore important or story important things happened. But these next 2 look like they're going to be pretty important. The first one says a conspiracy begins to unravel. And that just sounds serious in general. So either way, I'm really excited to jump into it. So before we do that, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a ton to me, helps my channel grow. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean the world as well. But otherwise, let's jump into Season 2, Episode 7 of The Bad Batch. Coruscant.
The entire galaxy believes Rampart's lies. Even the Senate. It's not right. Well, there's nothing we can do about it.
Which clones are these?
Kamino was our home, and we destroyed it.
Oh, were they on Rampart's ship?
We were following orders.
Good soldiers follow orders.
And then why is Rampart covering it up, huh?
That's a good question. Slip.
I sent a message to Rampart. Gave him the chance to tell the Senate the truth.
Brother, you're gonna die.
Before I did it myself.
You're gonna get clapped in seconds as soon as you walk out the door, brother.
You know what Rampart's capable of. It's too dangerous. We're not bad men. But what we did was wrong.
Yeah. You're gonna die. Yeah. Is it Crosshair? I feel like it was Crosshair you wouldn't miss. Oh, I thought he was just gonna jump, but that makes more sense.
Admiral Rampart's proposed defense recruitment bill will keep us protected.
Interesting.
A
So,
new conscripted military is what this galaxy
stormtroopers
needs.
over clones
One
wasn't
comprised all
necessarily
the people who fight
Palpatine's
for
idea.
The people.
Shifting to a military of citizens swearing loyalty fundamentally goes against the principles of this body.
I strongly disagree.
Shut up. You look like a Pokemon.
And what about the interests of the clone troopers? Why
Yeah,
are they not included within this legislation?
yeah. They're people.
You now wish to discard them, leave them with nothing. Is that how we repay them for their service?
You talk like Omega.
How can we debate commissioning a new army without a plan in place to care for our current one?
Facts.
A few vocal senators will not derail us.
They already have.
Yeah, like the plan's already been shut down a ton.
I have measures in place to ensure that doesn't happen.
Crosshair. He's the one measure.
So that's it? We serve our purpose and now they want us out?
That's why I'm here, to better understand your needs.
I need to stay a trooper. Can you make that happen?
No.
And what happens when you're too old to fight?
You die.
That's not a scenario we're trained to think about.
You spent years fighting for us. Let me fight for you. Tell me how to help, and I will make sure Admiral Rampart's bill meets your needs.
Well, they want free burritos on Wednesdays.
Senator,
Ooh,
Yes?
brother,
are you truly intent?
why would you
on
come
helping
back here?
clones? Camino wasn't destroyed by a storm. It was an attack ordered by Rampart himself.
Watch both these people end up dead.
I was there, aboard his Venator. He had us open fire on the cities.
Someone would have come forward.
They keep dying.
Be careful.
Everything all right?
Yes,
Yeah, man, she's just like
everything's fine.
having a brief panic attack internally because she found out some terrible information.
It's Slip. I'm in some trouble. I've heard you can help me get out, but you have to hurry. I don't have much time.
Who's he calling? Cody? The Bad Batch?
Something troubling you, Senator?
The storm that caused the cities of Camino to fall. How is it that you survived?
I was taking part in a training exercise off-world.
Don't be asking these questions. You're gonna die.
Good day, Admiral.
You're basically like outright accusing him right now. Why don't you wait until you have info, you moron? R2-D2. I don't actually think that's R2, by the way. Just kind of looks like him. Bail Organa. It might be R2 then.
Hello, Ryo. R2-C4? Keep an eye out.
R2-C4.
There are other whispers, if you listen closely enough.
Would you like to join the rebellion?
These insurgencies that have arisen, their numbers are growing. And the Emperor is afraid. It's rather convenient, wouldn't you say?
Sure.
Our catastrophic storm destroyed the cloning facilities
Convenient.
on Camino, making way for the Empire's new military. Tipoca City, designed to be submersible, weathered thousands of storms over the
That's-
years.
Yeah,
Yet it
that's accurate.
suddenly wiped off the map.
Designed to be submersible.
Have you located the clone?
Not yet, but Senator Chuchi's
Okay.
guards have also been searching for him.
Who's...
Follow the Senator.
So the sniper we saw at the beginning was not Crosshair. It was this person.
Where are you?
I'm en route. Heading tonight.
Okay, so it's a clone. Is it Cody?
I believe you were telling the truth about Admiral Rampart. I want you to help me.
No. I'm leaving once he gets here.
Who?
Were you followed? If you can get to me, so can they.
Yeah. Facts.
Testify before the Senate. Rampart must be held accountable.
The evidence you want is aboard Rampart's ship. Check the bridge's command log. I saved a backup to the central system.
Yeah. Of course the dude's getting dropped.
We have to go.
One. Who's gonna shoot that sniper? Oh, that was a good shot. Damn, that dude just tanked that shot. What about the clone that got hit? He looks like he got hit in the shoulder. Like similar to this dude, and he's fine. shot immediately. Whoever this assassin is pretty decent. The Shadow. One of our friends, maybe? Yes. Who are you, though? Is that Cody?
You all right, Senator?
Oh, is it Rex?
Captain Rex? What is going on?
My boy!
He's dead. So are my guards.
You gonna open that mask or what?
A clone? Why would a trooper do such a thing?
Because that's all they know. What, does Rampart have his own personal group of clones that he can use? This looks like the same
Couple of friends of mine.
garage
They're
from
gone for a bit.
End of Clone Wars with the two sisters. This is their garage.
Tell me whose orders you are following, and I'll let you go. No, you won't. Captain Rex.
He knows who you are.
Brother, you're limited. So what does that make you?
Yeah. He's unlocked his full potential.
I believe,
Damn, just killed himself. Okay. Okay, that one was pretty intense. Pretty intense. Very interesting to get an episode of the Bad Batch that does not include any members of the Bad Batch. You know, we had the one episode with Crosshair, right? But I think this is the first official episode of the Bad Batch that does not include any of them. They made up for it by including Rex, but yeah, this was just like a espionage, almost spy thriller, you know, type episode where the conspiracy is being unraveled. I mean, we already knew the conspiracy, so it's kind of different than a typical like spy thriller where you're like unearthing things as you go. But like, so we already knew what this was. We're just seeing it from like the clone that's trying to hide, first of all, and then the senator that's like getting involved. And it's just like it's slowly getting more tense and more dangerous as this looks like not rogue clone, but like a clone that was used for a specific reason, maybe, because Rex said that he's not a trooper, so like maybe he's just being like, oh, like he's not my brother because he's obviously doing bad things, or maybe did he mean like he wasn't manufactured to be part of the clone army, and he was manufactured like for personal reasons, like maybe his personal, like his complete reason for existing is to be an assassin. I don't know. But he could just be a trooper that is not, you know, willing to move on from what he knows himself to be, right? Like, because the troopers earlier were like, I want to get back in the fight. Maybe this is the only way that trooper saw himself getting back in the fight, if that makes sense. And you know, doing what he thinks he's good at and what he's known for his entire existence. I don't know. But Rex, oh man, that reveal, that I thought maybe he was calling Cody or maybe members of the Bad Batch, but he called Rex, and that's great. I mean, I think we knew that Rex helped different clones escape over the course of the history of Star Wars, but like he helped what, Wolf and Gregor as well. I wonder if he helped Cody get out. I feel like that would lead. I mean, I feel like that would make sense, right? If Rex helped Cody get out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to jump into the next episode, though. I like the little nod that they gave to the Ortega twins, or they're not twins, Ortega sisters garage, where he's like, oh, some old friends own this garage. They're not here right now. It's like, yeah, nice. You don't have to pay the voice actors. But, no, yeah, I feel like this is clearly part 1 of part 2. Rampart's doing shady things like Rampart's always doing, but not a lot of conclusion can be drawn from this one episode. So I'm going to jump right into the next episode, and we are going to just have a ton of fun. This next episode is called Truth and Consequences. Let's jump into Season 2, Episode 8 of The Bad Batch. Is this... Yeah, this is where our homies are. Dang, that ship is battered. She's meditating. Or sleeping. But probably meditating.
You want to try?
No. I don't enjoy solitude.
He doesn't like thinking those dangerous thoughts.
This was where I fit.
He didn't feel like he quit fit with the rest of the clones. It's a good thing.
Hey, boys. Any chance I could use your squad's expertise for a mission?
Yes, sir.
I'll explain everything when you get to Coruscant. Coruscant?
Yeah, into the belly of the beast.
It's a covert mission. A simple data extraction, but a crucial one. I'll send over a
onto Rampart's ship. Ooh. They're literally gonna have to stealth onto Rampart's ship. I guess no one would be looking for their ship.
This is Senator Ryo Chuchi. These are the special clones I told you about.
Hello.
Omega. I wonder if it's the same voice actors.
He's an assassin. His identifying number's been wiped.
I was not aware that was possible.
Dang.
Why would a clone be targeting another clone? Or a senator?
To silence us. Slip witnessed the truth. I wanted him to testify to Rampart's crimes.
We were there too, Senator. The Senate won't listen to any of us. We're deserters.
Yeah. You don't have a credibility.
The command log on Rampart's Venator. Slip made a copy of it on the ship's backup databanks. Where's the Venator now? Could still be in danger.
Then I must be on the right track.
I can go with her and keep an eye out.
The closer you are to danger, the farther away from harm.
We serve the galaxy. We act as the voice of the people.
What does that
sure.
mean?
Well, where I'm taking you next, you'll see.
That's how the Senate should work.
Are you certain the Senator won't be a problem?
I've taken care of it.
The Emperor will not be pleased.
Which one belongs to the clones?
They don't get one.
Representation in the Senate. They never have.
We're part of this galaxy too.
There are those who view clones only as military assets. Can you keep a secret?
No. She is a blabbermouth.
If you're intent on seeing this through, then there is someone you should speak with. But her cooperation may not be forthcoming. Halle Bertoni.
Halle Bertoni.
Former senator for Camino.
She was part of the Defense Finance Committee before being removed from office. Follow the money. It always leaves a trail.
Facts. Facts. Follow the money.
You're a fool to bring me here. Do you know what happens when you dig around where you shouldn't?
How can you not care
Damn.
what happened on Camino?
Why do you care?
Oh, maybe she doesn't know who she is.
It was my home. I was there. I saw the Empire destroy everything, and I'm angry.
Did Admiral Rampart divert the funds?
You already know the answer. But yes.
Yeah.
You must testify to that in front of the Senate tomorrow.
Good
You cannot
luck.
continue to get away with what he's done.
Rampart is a mere cog in the machine.
I'm pretty sure he does get away with it. Careful.
More and more of our brothers are waking up to what's been done to them. I can't turn my back on them.
How many have you reached?
Not enough. Help's hard to come by these days.
Got it. Right, Shields.
Oh.
How are we getting onto Rampart's Venator?
I'm taking a lesson from your squad. We improvise.
Just send it. See what happens. My man's was almost too late.
He's still not better with heights.
Tech.
Hopefully that droid doesn't report any weird control issues. Command deck.
We have a possible security breach.
And they're gonna call in Crosshair.
Report to the bridge.
I have to imagine Crosshair comes in at some point in this episode. They still don't kill him. They're just knocking them all out.
New plan. 14, 5, 86. All of them? Yes. Echo, man the cannons.
All of them? Damn. This stealth mission has turned into like a straight up assault on the compound. Damn.
We're going over them.
Over them?
I don't know if you're going over anything. Unless, exit pods, yeah. This plan is wild.
I was off by 6.4 meters. Not my best.
Damn, that kind of worked to perfection. That is such a cool shot.
According to Halle Bertoni, you were responsible for diverting Kaminoan funding to outside projects without Senate approval.
I am not at liberty to disclose the nature of
Let's
certain
see
military operations.
if they can get there in time.
Your actions began months prior to the loss of Tipoca City, almost as if you were preparing for it.
What exactly are you implying?
That you're a thief and a
Kamino
killer.
cloning facilities were intentionally eliminated.
Let's see.
Senators, new evidence has come to light which must be considered.
Is the evidence like actually evidence, or is it not what they need?
The recovered command log from Admiral Rampart's Venator, which indicates his own ships caused the destruction of Tipoca City.
Is the data okay? Yeah. That's exactly what they needed. Yeah, brother, how are you gonna lie your way out of that one? Is the Emperor here? Oh my god. Ah.
Guards, arrest and detain the Admiral.
Damn.
I am deeply troubled by this recent revelation. My gratitude to Senator Chuchi for exposing a rogue element within our
This
ranks.
sounds like actual Palpatine, not Sam Witwer.
Admiral Rampart will face the consequences for his treachery. He did not act alone. The fact that the clones under his command so blindly followed orders, inflicting such carnage without hesitation, gives
Damn.
me pause.
So he's gonna use this to get rid of the clones.
Due to the nefarious actions of Admiral Rampart and the immediacy of the bill on the floor today, it is my opinion that this legislation is our future. We shall usher in a new era, heralded by the Imperial Stormtrooper.
Damn. Gah. Golly. I mean, we knew it was gonna happen.
We played right into his hands.
I don't understand. We did the right thing.
He played all sides to get what he wanted. Yeah, whether Rampart got the approval or he was thrown under the bus, Palpatine gets what he wants.
Wherever you end up, remember what I said.
Is he going with Rex?
Don't get into trouble without us.
Without us?
He's leaving the Bad Batch. I mean, him and Tech are similar roles, so it makes sense
now more than ever
to jettison him.
You can't leave. We're a squad.
A family.
We need you too.
It's not forever. I'll be back. Keep up with your training.
If
while
he
I'm
dies, I'm gonna be very upset. It's a member of her family.
Keep an eye on them.
I mean, this makes sense from a clone role perspective. Him and Tech often fill the same role within the Bad Batch, so I think a lot of people expected one of them to die this season. But this is better. Him going to help Rex is way better, especially because him and Rex are OGs. Oh, come on. Okay, that episode was so good. Both of these episodes taken together were very good. And it's interesting because they're the type of episodes where it's like, you know, the typical spy thriller thing where you're racing against time to prevent the bad thing from happening, but we know that the bad thing still happens. So it's just an interesting vibe to the episode. I wonder what's gonna happen with Rampart now. That's kind of wild because he was set up, at least at the beginning of this season, to be like the bad guy in this season. So I'm curious, like what's gonna go down. I'm curious what the future of this season holds, because there's like 16 episodes in the season. This was halfway through now, episode 8. I'm very, very curious to what's going to go down. But no, both of these episodes were really good, really tense. Surprised we didn't see Crosshair, because I feel like he's had connections with Rampart over the previous episode that he was in. And he was like tasked with doing missions for him. So I kind of figured that he would be, you know, involved somehow. But or maybe is he off doing something? I forgot what happened at the end of his episode, but no, yeah, the mission itself was dope. Like having them like first stealth aboard the ship and then escape the ship. The escape was super cool, where they're like activating the thrusters in the dry dock and having to boost out from the escape pod and just like fighting their way out. It was really cool. Really enjoyed that. You know, classic Bad Batch, just really skilled at everything they do. And getting out via improvisation. Improvisation. That was good. And then yeah, they get Rampart exposed, right? Like he is exposed by the Senate for all the bad things that he's done. And they're like, yep, time to go to prison, Rampart. And then everything shifts for like a hot second, and everyone's holding their breath, me included, as the Emperor rises from the center. And it's like, oh, brother. Like, him coming up through the middle has the effect of shutting the whole room up and listening to what he has to say. So intimidating. But he gets what he wants, you know. The same way he was doing things in the Clone Wars, in the prequels, is he's playing pretty much both sides simultaneously. Like he's hedged his bets. Like obviously the initial plan is just for Rampart to get this passed on his own, right? Because it's a lot less work to just have him pass the bill. But if he doesn't pass the bill, you know, the Emperor plans. He knows. He's got 55 different plans set in motion for, you know, if he doesn't get the job done, we'll just throw him under the bus and then use that to further the agenda even more. Like, the Emperor is one step ahead all the time. And the only thing that takes his operation down in the end is Luke and Anakin. You know, Anakin is destined to bring balance to the Force. And, you know, at the moment, the Emperor's got to keep winning. And, you know, we knew it was going to happen, right? Like, we know that there is a transition from clones to stormtroopers. And, you know, they haven't really ever got super in detail about the exact process of that. We just know at a certain point the clone army was decommissioned and they started going to volunteers at that point. You know, honestly, which it honestly makes more sense though. Like if they were just to keep cloning, like making clones, makes more sense to have them, you know, just program something in their DNA to make them fight for you and be evil. Like, I've always kind of thought that was kind of dumb that the Emperor would want to go to regular stormtroopers, but maybe it's part of the grander plan of like, if you steal kids from all these places you're trying to oppress, then there's less people that could rise up and fight you in the future, maybe. Like, he's using their own people against them, sort of thing. I just think a clone army would be way more efficient and battle ready at all times. So I think I honestly think if the Emperor had stuck with clones the entire time and just maybe adjusted a couple things to make them, more loyal to the Empire, I think he never would have lost. If I'm honest, I think he would have. I think he would have owned house pretty quickly and would have had maximum control over the galaxy for generations. Yeah, I don't know. Never should have destroyed Kamino, you knucklehead. But no. And then the end of this episode is kind of sad, with Echo deciding that he is going to leave the Bad Batch, at least temporarily, and go with Rex. Very similar to him at the end of at season 7 of Clone Wars, where he does the same thing but the opposite, where he left Anakin and the 501st and all them to join the Bad Batch. But it makes sense, both from a narrative perspective, like he needs to help Rex, he, as much as he is part of the bad, I mean, it did kind of, from a storytelling perspective, it kind of felt like it came out of nowhere at the end, but there wasn't any build up to him. Well, I guess never mind. There was, because he's been talking since episode 1 about how they need to do more. Echo's been the one that's like, hey, we need to be fighting against this. We need to be helping. And so that makes sense. I guess it didn't come out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere in this episode, right? I guess there wasn't a whole lot within this episode specifically to trigger that in my mind, but it makes sense throughout the grander whole season scope. But yeah, he's going with Rex to help get other clones out, like Cody, Wolf, Gregor, all the clones that eventually escape. And are no longer in the fight, but also just from a character archetype / logistics perspective, I feel like it makes a ton of sense, because people have been saying, this is, I mean, it's not a major problem people have with the Bad Batch or a huge talking point, but it's something that I've seen said, and I've kind of thought similarly, pretty much since Echo joined the Bad Batch, is that him and Tech kind of fulfill the same exact role often. They're pretty much the same character, just in different voice and look. Hunter does his thing, Wrecker does his thing, Tech does his thing, Crosshair, he did his thing. But Tech and Echo kind of fulfill the same exact role within the Bad Batch, and so it makes sense to shift one of them off. A lot of people thought maybe they were going to kill one of them during this season, but having him go with Rex is, I think, narratively better, because in my opinion, I don't know if he ever should have been on the Bad Batch. I like him with the other clones better, and it opens up further possibilities of storytelling, because you wouldn't just I feel like you wouldn't just put him on Rex's team and then pretend they don't exist at that point, right? It makes sense that he would go with him, and it opens up possible storylines in the future. I mean, we already had the subtlest of connections to season 7 of Clone Wars and Ahsoka's walkabout in these episodes, where the hangar that they're at is the Cortez sisters hangar. So maybe we could see him in the Ahsoka series. Maybe, probably not, but it's a possibility. I don't think we'd see him in, because that's farther future down. But it opens up Echo to be in other things, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. This was great. I really enjoyed it. I'm very curious to see how it's going to affect the rest of the season, especially the dynamic shift amongst the members of the Bad Batch, because there's less of them now. You can focus on each one individually a little bit more. And then, given the serious nature of the episode, I'm curious to see just how it affects the season as a whole. You know, do they go next episode with a adventure of the week type thing, or you know, do they continue with the actual storytelling? I'm very curious. But let me know what you guys thought of the episode down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. If you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a ton to me, helps my channel grow a lot. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description below. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.